when Jesus' disciples draw his attention to the temple and the glory of the structure that was quite impressive, it had to be said. Great big stone structure. It looked like something impressive. It had a feel of permanence about it. And as the disciples are saying to Jesus, have a look at this, pretty impressive, isn't it? And Jesus says, you know what? Not one stone will be left standing upon another of this structure. There is going to be such major upheaval that all the things that you think are so permanent and sure will fall. And he goes on to talk about the fact that there'll be wars and rumours of wars, and it'll seem like it's the end and it's the apocalypse and Armageddon and all that sort of stuff, and surely it's the case. So that's exactly what we've experienced. I mean, we've had incredible earthquakes, and there's really never been a time from then till now where there hasn't been wars or rumours of wars, and it should be said there's probably not a time before then either. Same with earthquakes. In fact, there's always been earthquakes, and throughout the history of the world there's been famines and pestilence and plagues and threats of all kinds. That's sort of the background noise of human existence. And so at one level, Jesus is saying, you know what? Life is kind of frail and uncertain and always under threat, and that's just what happens. And at the same time, he's also saying, yet something very big, new and different is also taking place. Because with the destruction of the temple also came the end of sacrifice as a means for dealing with the sins of the people. And that might seem like, well, because one sacrifice was the perfect sacrifice in the giving of Jesus, giving of himself as the sacrifice that pays for all sin for all time. And there's certainly a truth to that, but it's also an inflection point in which we see the inherently destructive nature of sacrificing another for our sin as a way of getting away with it, and the inherent life-giving nature of giving ourselves for others because we love them. And this is what we see in the sacrifice of Jesus, and this is why the temple worship, as it was, with the sacrificing of various animals to deal with various types of sin, had to come to an end. It wasn't actually dealing with anything. It set up a notion, helped contain community aggravation and antagonism. It helped us not kill each other, but it didn't help us become the people God had always called us and created us to be. Whereas following the way of Jesus does exactly that. So some things will fall and some things will never fall. And the things that never fall are the eternal things. And that's what Jesus is drawing our attention to as he preaches the good news of the kingdom, the eternal kingdom of life. We're going to hear from Radhika Sukumar White, Reverend Radhika Sukumar White, this coming Sunday at Mustard Seed. She's going to preach and she's going to sing. A beautiful voice, very, very talented musician, good theologian, excellent preacher. We are very fortunate. So come along, come in person to our chapel in the Quarry Green. Come and hear Rads. Come and join in with the singing. I think we've got even greater freedom this coming Sunday as of tomorrow, the 8th of November. Regulations lift a bit more. I have to go and read what they are now. But come along, or if you prefer, come and join us on the Zoom platform. We will still be looking after people in that way too, and all kudos to Simon and to Steve, who have been helping us do that really effectively. They did a great job with Ian Avery away last Sunday. We all got a little bit nervous, and they did fantastic work. So, good news. We look forward to seeing you, whether it's on a screen or in person, and talking about this stuff that is life nurturing and so good for us. So, join us at Mustard Seed. God bless. Stay faithful.